Dear friends, this video is about the rights of transgender persons who ought to be provided reservation in education and employment opportunities as a socially and educationally backward class of citizens, as per the Supreme Court judgment in National Legal Authorities versus Union of India in 2014. The apex court further observed that transgender are the third gender and fundamental rights that are available to Indian citizens ought to be extended to the transgender persons also. They are entitled to the right to self-identification of their gender, that is as a male or female or as a transgender, and declared in categorical terms that insisting on the sex reassignment surgery as a condition for changing one's gender is illegal. The point herein is that the human rights law and international human rights law stress that all the persons ought to be treated as on equal footing, that is without any discriminations either on sex or on gender or on this caste based, religion based or other issues concerned. The point herein is that despite all these things, the National Commission for Backward Classes, majority of the members have not agreed for inclusion of the transgender persons for these socially and educationally backward classes, so as to include them in 27% of reservation for OBCs. And most importantly, in the year 2014, Honorable Member of Parliament Trichy Siva have taken a private member bill in Rajya Sabha, and it was duly passed in the Rajya Sabha, but the House was, that is Lok Sabha was dissolved and it has had a natural death. That point herein is that after that, the Transgender Person Protection of Rights Act 2019 was passed by both the houses of the Parliament and came into force on January 10th, 2020, and not considered the specific recommendation of the Supreme Court of India. What is the disturbing point is this, that in the Sagani versus Union of India in 1992, the Supreme Court of India has declared that socially backward class of educationally backward class of citizens under Article 15 and citizens ought to be given, and this is applicable to transgender persons also. The point herein is that whether horizontal reservation based on caste for transgender persons ought to be given, or vertical reservation based on class ought to be given for transgender persons is a big debate and question. But the Supreme Court of India in n number of judgments have declared that in categorical terms they have to be treated as a class, because in caste based hierarchical social order, social stigma exists even in their families. They have not allowed them as persons in their own families, including scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, OBC, and whatever may be the caste is concerned. Hence, they have to be treated as backward class of citizens, as rightly pointed out by the Supreme Court of India, and must be given employment and education opportunities in all possible manners. This was the crux of the Supreme Court of India judgment that should be honored in letter and spirit. This is the message of this video. Thank you so much.